All right, here we go. Now, again, there are a lot of problems here, but it's no calculator today. All right. No calculator. All right, so what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably just going to go down the page. All right, and do the first column. All right, see how good you guys are doing. All right, I might get to the second column. Well, actually, let's go ahead and just do the odds. All right, so we'll do all the odds and then you just have the evens. Now, again, my advice is it's different from yesterday because if you know how to do one, that doesn't mean you know how to do the rest of them. All right, it's not the same thing. There's different thought processes for each estimation or doing the problem mentally. Now, can anybody tell me what 10% of 582 is? Tell me.
58.2.
You are amazing. That is 100% correct. Thank you for knowing that. Anytime you do 10% of something, you're actually just means divided by 10. And if you remember from your fourth grade days or your, third grade down in, a long time ago, when you divide by 10, you were taught to just move the decimal to the left one place. All right. So 10%, I want everybody to write down 10% means divided by 10. All right. So if you divide by 10, that just means you're moving the decimal. All right. And if you didn't know that, that is super duper important. So the answer was 58.2. All right. Now, just because I want to talk about 50%, everybody should be able to say 50% just means what? Half. So everybody in here can divide 86 by 2 in their head. All right. And that would be 43. Okay. Now, here's where I don't understand what kids have trouble with. Like, I would want everybody to just say, obviously, 40% of 1,500 is 600. Everybody should be able to just say that's what it is. All right. Does everybody agree with that? 600, right? Obvious. Who said that was so obvious it was 600? Not a single person. All right. So that means you got a lot to learn about numbers, right? Everyone in here, I want to be able to look at that and say, obviously, that's 600. All right. Now, how am I getting 600 so quickly? Let's do it. All right. I'd like for you to say 10% is equal to how much?
15.
Somebody,
150.
150. So everybody's writing that down because you didn't know. So you're going to say 10% is equal to 150. So 40%, how would I get 40%? Multiply it by 4. That's right. 10 times 4. 10 times 4. So then you'd have to do 150 times 4. Now look how I multiply by 4 in my head. I double it twice. So what's 15 times 2? 30 times 2. And don't forget the extra what at the end? 0. So everybody see that now. Please, if you are not good with numbers, today is a big day for you. This is how I can help you get caught up with everyone else who's good at numbers. All right. People who are good at math understand how to manipulate numbers to their advantage. All right. It's not that I'm doing all the math in my head. I'm not. I know how to manipulate the numbers. Everybody understand that? Yeah. All right. So that's what I'm trying to teach you. If you're not interested in that, what are you interested in? All right. Because again, all of this deals with money, every bit of it. All right. So I want you to be experts at that. All right. So now everybody's going to put down 600. All right. And that's my answer. So just for practice, I want everybody to look at that and say, well, obviously that's what? 15. That is correct. How do we know that? Again, because we take 10%, which is what? 7.5, and then we just double it. So 20% is equal to 15. Now, some of you are like, well, how did you know 7.5 times 2 is 15? Well, 7 times 2 is what? 14. And 0.5, which is 50 cents. 50 cents times 2 is $1. So 14 plus 1 is 15. All right. Yes, sir.
How do you figure out what 10% is?
I just move the decimal one place to the left.
Oh, okay.
That's the rule. So you're going to be finding percentages, find 10%, then multiply it.
Okay.
All right, let's carry on. Now, this is the one that's really important, and I never understood why people didn't just look at that and say, well, obviously the answer is 3. Obviously, it's 3. Now, how do I know it's obviously 3?
So 2 is 2% and you add 10 is 2%. And then half of that is 1.
You are amazing. That's what you need to be good at. 10% is equal to 2. So 5% must equal what? 1. Anybody have any questions with that? Therefore, 15% must have been what? 3. Come on, this is what I'm talking about. You got to be good at this now. All right, this is super duper important when you go out, you start seeing numbers that you can just kind of verify in your mind what they are. All right, now let's go to number 7. Bless you. So here we can just say what? 10% is what?
60.
No, 10%
10% is what?
is 12.
It would be 36.
So 30% is 36. I like it. All right. Everybody happy with that explanation? Again, like I said, this is really critical, really critical. What do we say? How do you find 10% of a number? Move the decimal one place to the left. That's it. That's all there is to 10%. What's 1%?
No, 120.
1% of 120.
1.2.
Yeah, is what?
1.2.
Yes, 1.2. 10% is you move it once. 1% means you move it what? Twice. That's how easy 1% is. All right, we'll talk about that when we get there. All right. 5%. What's 5% of 40? Don't listen to him. What is it? 10% would be what? Yeah, I'm not understanding what some of you are saying 24. 10% is equal to what? Move the decimal. I don't look, guys. Several of you have now asked me about 10%, and some of you are asking me the same questions. That's why I'm saying I don't know if you're listening or not. I have no idea. But we explained it 4 or 5 times now. What is 10%? Move the decimal to the left one. Yes, come on, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're trying to get it. You raise your hand. No complaints here, right? I want you to be able to say 10% is 4, right? So what's 5%? Shh. Yes, there you go, man. And every time you want to find 5% of something, you take 10% and divide it by 2, because dividing by 2 is simple. All right, everybody happy with 9? Let's take a look at number 11 now. Now let's look at number 10. Now, come on, guys. Everybody should be able to look at that and say, obviously, that's 33.
Yeah, because it's repeating. Right?
I don't know why that's 33 if it's repeating.
33% of 99.
How did I know that was 33? Anybody? Let's say we don't know. Let's say we don't know. How did I get from 99 to 33? That's exactly correct. So you would say he must have done what? How did I get from 99 to 33? He must have divided by 3. Now look, guys, here's what I'm trying to show you now. Sometimes I'm going to write an answer and you just in your brain, instead of sitting there saying, no, what are you talking about? Look at the numbers, make an observation. To get from 99 divided or to 33, he just looked at it and said, well, hey, I just divided by 3. So that means that 33 1/3% must be what fraction? 1/3, because what does dividing by 3 mean? 1/3. That's what that means. So 33 1/3%. Everybody should know that. Write that down if you forgot. 33 1/3 means 33 1/3% means 1/3, which means divided by 3. Come on now, you got to be feeling smarter by the second today. All right, because your understanding of numbers can be better. All right, now let me pass by 11. Ooh, how do I look at that and say that is, without hesitation, that's 21? How did I know that? Now this one's much harder. How do I know that is equal to 21? That's what I want you to be able to do. Anybody tell me what 37.5% is?
60.
What fraction? What fraction?
75.
3/8. Remember at the beginning of the year, I said, man, it's going to be so helpful if you know that 1/8 is 0.125. 3/8 is 0.375, which is what that is. All right. 5/8 is 0.625 and 7/8 is 0.875. So 1/8 is the same as 12.5%. That's 37.5%. That's 62.5%. And that's 87.5%. Those are little things that will help you understand numbers better. And I told you, you'll always see a lot of eighths, a lot of fourths, a lot of halves, a lot of thirds. All right. So how did I get 21 based off of that? I just did 3/8 times 56. And what's 56 divided by 8? 7 times 3. That's how I got the 21, guys. All right, come on now. I'm confident everybody in here can do it, but you got to say, wow, that's pretty cool. That's important. All right, if you're looking at like that's dumb, then you're not going to be good at numbers. All right, that's what we're working on, trying to be understanding numbers better. What? What? No. All right, let's look at 13. Tell me.
10% of 180 was 48. And so you add, or 48 plus 48 is 96. And then half of 48 is 24. And then that's 120.
That's very good. Not the best way. Tell us the best way. Divide by 4. How about that? Genius. 25%, please, guys. Everybody in here should know 25% is the same as what fraction? 1/4. Now, what you said, hey, look, that was really good what you did. All right, but now you understand something's a little bit easier, right? So anytime you see 25%, you should just say your brain, just divide it by 4. People will think you are a math wizard if you know that. If you tell people, wow, how did you not know? That's my question. How did you not know that was 120? If you understand what 25% is, that's easy. All right, is everybody good on that? All right, come on, guys, get better as we go down the page. All right. Now, let's do 300% of 5. What's 100%?
5.
5. So what's 300%? Yeah, come on, that's embarrassing not to know that. I ask people that all the time. They're like, what are you talking about? How do you know that? Well, 100% means the whole thing. So 300% means multiply it by 3. All right, is everybody good with that? All right, so here we go. Let's take a quick look at 15. So what's 100% of 82? 82. So what's 50% of 82? What's 50% of 82? 41. You agree with me, right? No, it's good to make a little mistake. It doesn't matter. All right, 50% means what? Half. Half of 82 is 41, correct? So again, on your paper, you should be looking, that's 100%. That's 50%. Add that together. 123. Come on. All right. Now, if you said 124, I don't really care. You know what I mean? I want you to get around the number. All right. So, oh, come on. I'm going to be impressed if somebody can tell me what this is. Come on. Tell us. Now, listen, I like where you're going, and I wouldn't even mind that, but this percentage is a known fraction. All right, I think everybody should be able to look at that and just say, well, obviously that's 140. Obviously, that's 140. How did I say obviously it's 140? Because I know 66 2/3% is what fraction? 2/3. Everybody needs to write that down if you forgot it. 66 2/3% is equal to the fraction 2/3. So now I'm just doing 2/3 of 210. Well, this means divided by 3. What's 210 divided by 3?
70.
70 times 2. 140. Is everybody with me on this now?
Yeah.
All right, but you can't really do it if you don't know 66 2/3% is what fraction? 2/3. All right, so let's continue on. All right, let's do 17. So what's 100%? What's 25%? 200. So what's 125% of 800? Come on, it seems like we're getting better. Now, if you don't know that, please, for goodness sakes, raise your hand. 100% is 800, 25% is 200, therefore 125% would just be 1,000. Is everybody happy with that explanation? All right, come on now, stay with me. Let's look at 19. Everybody should be able to do this in a breeze now. What's 19?
81.2.
Yay, I'm proud of you. 81.2. All right, 81.2. All right, let's knock out 21 now. How much? 21. We're on number 21. What's 10%?
25. 2.
Right. 10% is 2.5. So 40%, I just multiply by 4, right?
Right.
Does anybody agree with that? Or you can double it twice. 2.5 doubled is what? 2.5 doubled is 5. 5 doubled again is what? That's how easy. 10.
I got the same thing, but I did 50% of 25, and then I did like a little less.
What's a little less?
Like 50% of 25 is 10 point
No, it's 12.5.
12.5, whatever.
And then minus 10%.
2.5.
Yeah, but you see how easy that is, right? 10% times 4. All right, let's look at 23. Uh-oh, I told you this one now. Come on, go back to your notes. 62.5% is the same as what? Everybody should have this in your notes. That's what.
2.15. 0.215.
I don't know what you're saying. That's not in your notes. It doesn't say anywhere in your notes. 62.5%. 5/8. Thank you. That's what I told some of you. These are important numbers. Write these numbers down so you can refer back to them. All right. Now 5/8 of 80 is obviously now what? 50. All right. Now remember, it doesn't do any good just sitting there writing down my numbers. It's no good. What's 80 divided by 8? Times 5. That's how you do a fraction. Divide first, then multiply. All right, let's check out 25. Of course, everybody on 25 is going to say what? 120. I'm happy. All right. I don't want you to tell me 10% is 40 times 3 is 120. That's all mental math. I know it. That's what I want you to do. I want you to say, well, 10% is 40. Everybody can do 40 times 3. Come on, this makes you good when you go out, understanding numbers. All right. Should be important to everybody. All right. Now, I wouldn't expect anybody to know this, but I would like everybody to talk to me about 33 and 1/3%. What is that?
33 and 1/3%.
Yeah, does everybody know what fraction that is? That's 1/3. Because we talked about it already. Guess what the relationship is between 33 and 1/3 and 16 and 2/3? It's half of that. All right, half of 33 is 16.5. All right, so that's the way my mind is operating. This one, I'm not expecting you to know that, except for the fact that I told you. So 33 and 1/3% is 1/3. 16 and 2/3% is equal to 1/6. All right, 16 and 2/3. I'm not putting that on the test because I don't expect you to know it, but I'd expect those of you guys who want to be brilliant to say, wow, I kind of understand what he's saying. 1/3 is 33 and 1/3%. So half of it is 16 and 2/3. All right. So now, what is 1/6 of 72? That just means 72 divided by 6. 12. Thank you. All right, you can do the mental math on that. We don't need calculators. All right, so let's take a look at 29. We got this, guys. What's 10%? 10% is equal to 250. So now we're taking 250 and multiplying it by what? Multiply that by 6. If I have 6 quarters in my hand, how much money do I have? $1.50. So that's now I know it's 150 with an extra 0. So 1,500. Now, some of you might be saying, wow, 60% is also 50% plus 10%. 50%, which is half of that, which would be 1,250. 10% would be 250. And now add those together and guess what? Same thing. Davis, you see how you can mess around like that?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like he was doing. All right, that's what he did. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, let's look at 31. Everybody should be able to say, obviously, now this is just what? Yes, 1/4, which means divided by 4. If you can't do 244 divided by 4 in your head, you're in trouble. 61. And if you're looking at me going, how do you know that so fast? I want to tell you. But if you're just sitting there writing down my numbers, when you take this portion of the test, you're going to, and I say no calculators, you're going to be going crazy on me. Is everybody okay with me saying 1/4 of 244 is 61? Divide by 4, right? 4 goes into 24. 4 goes into 4. Easy numbers. Come on. All right, this is important. All right, let's knock out 33. So what's half of 260? 130. So now add that together. Look how good you are. 390. That's right. 390. 150% is 100% plus what? 50%. All right, you should be good at this now. All right, now here is where we talk about estimating. All right, the difference between estimating and mentally is estimation. There's no quick way to do 28% of 19, right? There's no trick to that. So that's where we use our skills. So 28% is close to what number? 30%. And 19 is close to what? 20. So 30% of 20 is what? 6. And there you have, that's how you estimate. That's how you estimate. Everybody good with 34? All right, let's look at 35. Now here, what I would look at is I would say, well, 50% is about how much? Half, right? So what's half of 32? How much?
Oh, 16.
16, right? What's 10% of 32? 3.2, right? So I only want what though? 5%. So what's 5% of 3.2? What's half of 32? Right, so it'd be 1.6. So this is an exact answer now. Does everybody agree? Because we know what 55% is. So that would be 17.6. Is everybody okay with that? Everybody's good? That's not bad. All right, let's practice some more. Let's look. No, I'm not. Am I arguing about 17 and 17.6 on an estimation? No. Everybody understand what I'm saying? Like he said, he put 17 down. It's an estimation. So 17 is pretty close to 17.6. 18 would be perfect. All right, 18 would be perfect. Okay, so now here's what I want to do. We're estimating. So I want 35%. The quickest way to do this is take 35% to what? 40%. Now, does everybody agree I've moved this up? So I should probably round this down. What do I want to round this down to? 5. Let's just make it easy on ourselves. 500. Is everybody good with that? Now, so that would be about what? How much? About 200. Right about 200, because 40% is 50. 50 times 4 is 200, right? Now, 35% is also, listen to me, 35% is also really close to 1/3. Does everybody agree with that? Everybody see that? So if I take 1/3 of 540, and the reason why I just rounded to 540 is because I knew 3 went into 540, and that's about 180 times. So why is this one a better estimation? Yeah, because 1/3 is much closer than what? 40%. Does everybody agree with me on that? All right. Either one of those, I'm not going to argue with you on the test. I want to see, that's why on the test I say write out what you did and I can see if it's a good explanation. What? Why did we? Because this one went up 5%. You see what I mean? This and 5% is kind of a big amount. You see what I'm saying? Right. So if you wanted to, yeah, and you can see how we're not that far off, right? But 5% is a big number. All right. That's why it's important to write down what you're thinking. So like 19% is close to what percentage? 20%, correct. Now, because I'm doing percentages, I'm just going to go ahead and make this what? 320, right? Because what's 10%? And 20% then would be what? Yeah, 64 is a great approximation. 10% equals 32. Everybody good with that? And notice what I'm showing you. I rounded this to 20% and I made that 320. That's what you're supposed to do on your test. Yes.
60.
Well, if you show me that, I'm okay. You with me on that? All right, that's why I say it on your test. You got to show me. You're just not going to write down some number. All right, just like here, 41, 8%. I'm just going to go ahead and make that what? 10%. Right? We just say 10%. And then we can say that's, yeah, we can say that's 220. Right? Because this one went up, the other one goes down. So if we say 10% of 220, that's approximately what? 22. All right, hopefully you feel good about that. 17%, we'll just go ahead and make that what? 20%. Now listen to what I'm saying. If I push this number up, this number should go what? Down to compensate, right? They should kind of go in opposite directions. So then let's just make this 20% of what number? Yeah, 330. I'm okay with that. And then that's just 66. We're getting into. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't complain if you did 300, but taking 10% of a number is kind of easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to argue with you on that. Because there's really not that much difference. 20% of 300 would be 60, right? So there's not that much difference if we're estimating. You with me? All right. 12%. Now, what's 12% on your fraction? Which one was that close to? Who look at your notes and tell me what 12% is really close to what fraction? Like I look at this and I say that I just know that's around 110. How did I know that? Somebody tell me what 1/8 was again? How much? Yeah, 0.125, which is really close to what? 12%. Everybody happy with that? Now, if you decided, now look, listen to what I'm telling you. So I just divided by 8. I made this what? 880 and divided by 8. That's how I got the 110. But if you decide to say, okay, I'm going 10%, and then this went down, so I'm going to round this up to 880. What's 10%? Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Look how different this is. That would be 88, right? There's a big difference between 88 and 110. Does everybody see that? But would I really care that much? No, you're in the ballpark, right? But I'm saying I wish you would know 12% is close to the fraction 1/8. All right, hopefully that makes sense. All right, 47. Now these for some reason are hard for kids. 0.5%. Somebody tell me what 1% is equal to. What is it? Yes, 3.76. And I'm just going to say 3.76 is close to what number? 4, right? Is everybody happy with that? So then 0.5% is approximately 2. Come on. I'm amazed at how many people struggle with 0.5%. You just take 1% divided by 2. All right. What? With what? Speak up. Come on, kiddo. 0.5. Do you understand what I said? Do you understand that 1% is 3.76? So I need 0.5%. So I have to divide this by 2. I don't want to divide that by 2, so I rounded it to 4.
Oh, okay.
You good now, right? Yeah, come on, guys. This really makes a big difference if you don't know. All right, same thing here. I don't feel like doing 160 or 1.64, right? So we can just round that to maybe what? 160%. And this is of this one went down, so the other one should go what? I would kind of round up. So let's do 320. So 100% would equal how much?
318.
320, right?
Oh.
And then 50% would be what? 160. And then 10% would be what? Now remember, you're doing 10% of 320. So it'd be what? 32. And I think we can add that in our head. 320, 480, 512, somewhere around there. All right, let's look at 51. Well, that would be an easy one. For 508%, we might as well just make it what?
500.
500%, and 500% just means multiply by what?
2.
Multiply by 5, right? Now people are amazed. What's 70 times 5? Right, so watch me. 1,000 times 5 is what? 5,000. 70 times 5 is 5 times 3 is. See, that's how I do it in my head. That's how I multiply numbers. So that's 5, 3, 6, 5, roughly. All right. And let's look at 53. What's 65% close to? Look at that, please. You agree with me? What's the matter? This is multiplying, just 500% means multiply by 5, right? So take 1,073 and multiply it by 5. That's all I did. You see what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so everybody take a look at 53. 65%, does everybody agree is close to 66 2/3? Which is the same as what fraction?
1/6.
Not 1/3, but 2/3. Is everybody with me on that? So what number's close to 83 is divisible by 3? 81. I like that. 81 divided by 3 is 27. 27 times 2 is what? 54. Very good, very good. All right, I'm happy with that. What? You can do 70%. If you did 70% of 80, I would be okay with that. And look, the difference, it's 56, right? And you're close. Yeah, like I said, you can do it that way. 32% is close to what fraction? Come on. You see what I'm saying? 1/3. So that means divide by 3. What number is close to dividing by 3 here? 27. So that's roughly how much? 9. Everybody good with that? 57. 22%. We just make it as what? 20%. And then let's just round this to, this went down, so let's round this up to what? 540. So what's 10%? And then 20% would be about 108. I like it. 59, 11% is close to what? 10%. So we're just going to call that what? Yeah. Or I would just round to 3. Right. This one went down, so this one can go up. If you write 2.9, do I care? No. 61. All right, here we go, guys. What's 1%? Yeah. So then.
Wouldn't it be 38.1? Oh.
Thank you. 38.1 would be 10%. So if I want 0.5%, we're just going to divide that by 2, but I might as well just make this a what? Because that goes evenly to what? 2. Okay. So 2/3 is close to what percent? 1%, correct? Come on, help me out. So what's 1%? 8.56. So it's going to be a little less than that. Does everybody agree? Because 2/3 is close to 1. Yeah, so this over here is interesting problem. What's 1%? What's 1% of that? So 1% is equal to 5 point. Hold up. So 1/6 means I just divide by 6. So what's 1/6% really close to? What is this? What number closest to 6? Yeah, I just gave you the answer. 5.67 is 6. Do you agree? Then 6, so 1/6 of the percent is close to 1. All right, guys, please do this tonight. All right, please do that tonight. We did a lot of work. I was happy with that.